Regina. Hi, everyone. I'm gonna just give everyone just like a half a second to join. We're not gonna delay the start this time around. So about a half a second, and then we are going to start. Hi, Jermaine. All right. All right. So we are going to get started. So thank you guys for joining our October community meeting where we discuss all things Veekle, just keeping you up to date on the happenings, what's going on, any new updates, and any issues or matters that concerns members. We'll discuss on these meetings. So thank you for joining. I will try my best to keep up with the questions that are coming in on the various platforms. So right now we are live on Instagram, LinkedIn, X, YouTube, and Facebook. So I'll try my best to keep up with all the questions. All right. So first thing on the agenda tonight is insurance, and we'll go over insurance not just for individuals, but also insurance for people who have commercial policies. So that's one of the things we found out was that traditional car rental companies are also interested in putting their cars on our platform, but we did not think about that in the initial formation of the company because we really wanted it to be peer-to-peer, but we realized that there is also an interest for traditional car owners to put their vehicles on our platform. So then we went back to the insurance company and our broker and tried to figure out the best way to accommodate individuals who have commercial policies. So without further ado, I can safely say that we will be accepting companies or people or persons who have commercial policies on our platform. And these individuals do not have to switch insurance companies. So if you are with, whether it's BCIC, General Accident, whoever you're currently with, you do not have to switch your insurance company. You do, however, have to switch to the broker that we are using. And the reason for that is because I still want us as a platform to be comfortable knowing that these cars do have insurance, right? And so one of the ways for us to do so, if you're not switching insurance, is to at least have a broker switch, which is much easier than actually switching insurance. It's just a formal paperwork that must be filled out and signed so that you can come on board. Any questions on that? What I would say is that we will reach out to the few traditional car owners who did place an interest, and we'll probably reach out to a few more and have a separate meeting with them, because there's a lot of things that we would have to iron out in terms of how do we make it beneficial for them to come on board, because obviously, it's a car rental company. You don't necessarily have to come on our platform to rent your cars, right? So we have to incentivize them to do so. Also have to think about the insurance, because every car rental company has a different way in terms of how they charge for insurance per day, and we would have to set a standard across the board, whether that's going to be on the valuation of the car or some other determinant in terms of how we charge for the insurance per day. So we'll have a separate private meeting with those individuals who are interested in coming on board, and you already have a commercial policy. Okay. Any questions on that so far? Please let this be interactive. If you have questions, ask them as I go, and not wait. All right. Now, for insurance for individuals, that is still pretty much the same. If you have a vehicle and you want to rent it out, yes, you do have to switch over your insurance to our provider, which is ICII, just because your current insurance provider will not allow you to rent your cars to strangers. So, in order to get around that, we have partnered with ICII through our tour broker Fraser Fontaine and Kong to provide that insurance arrangement for individuals. So that is still the same, hasn't changed, and I look forward to bringing you on board. I would say so far, just to be transparent with the platform, we have over 400 signups. We are still in the process of onboarding individuals. One of the things that came up for us, and we noticed with a lot of people, is that they don't have the proper tracking device on their vehicles, or you may have purchased it from an online provider and not necessarily one of the main companies in Jamaica. So that's another thing that we're in discussion with our insurance company to see if you would be allowed to use those online tracking devices that you've purchased versus having to now spend more money to be onboarded with one of the mainstream companies. So more to come on that. We'll probably send out an email once that has been finalized and confirmed. We'll send out an email on that. So if you're not on our email list as yet, please sign up on our website, veekle.com. At the bottom, you can just enter your email address, and we'll make sure that you get all our emails in the future. Moving along. Thanks, Jermaine. It's yes, 400 signups is a lot. I'm not necessarily doing any significant marketing outreach. So yes, I'm still proud of that. Still proud of that. But it's definitely been a journey in terms of getting people to get all their stuff together. That has been a journey, I must say. As you know, Jamaicans don't necessarily like anything that's new, or they shy away from innovative platforms or things that they may perceive like, what is this? How does this work? So one of the things that we'll be doing in the next month or so is rolling out like videos in terms of how to use the platform, because a lot of people have been reaching out to me because they don't know how to find things or they don't know where things are. So we're going to be doing some videos around the platform for educational purposes. But yes, I must agree, the signups are coming in. They're coming in daily. So still happy for that. The next update I have is on the app. So the last community meeting we had, the Android app was not ready as yet. So now the Android app is live. So for those who have Android devices, you can now download our app from the Google Play Store. Someone has a question: will the policy be in the name of Veekle or the individual? How will So the policy will be in the name of the individual because you're switching over your primary insurance, right? So the policy is going to be will be in your name. As far as the no claims bonus discount, and what I've seen so far is when you come over, they'll ask you for a no claims letter from your previous provider. So you have to provide that to the insurance company. And like I mentioned in the last live, that the first 50 car owners that fully on board will get a special perk where their no claims discount will not be affected if the person who is renting your vehicle has had an accident. Henika said, I need to get the admin out of the way to make it happen. I'm not sure what you're saying, Henika. What are the requirements for the renters? So for the travelers that are renting, the only requirement we have right now is for them to do the identity verification. So we're checking their licenses to make sure that it's valid, and we're also doing facial recognition as well to match that back to the license so that we know that, they say who they say they are. Can a company put cars on the app? So yeah, so I just mentioned that we are going to be onboarding traditional car rental companies or persons who have commercial policies onto our platform. We'll just have a separate meeting to go over that because there'll be some things that we'll have to iron out before that can take place. But please send us your email address to hello@veekle.com, letting us know that you have an interest, so that when we do have this private meeting, we will include you. Yes. The admin part, unfortunately, the admin part of it has to take place, Henika, just because we have to ensure that the cars that are on the platform are they're up to par, their documents are up to par, and there are no issues. Because when travelers are coming to the islands, the least thing they need to be worrying about is issues with a car that they're renting. So we want to just clean that up for them because we're creating a new experience. Okay. So yes, guys, the Android app is available. Right now, we have 2 cars that are fully onboarded, and they're actually already being rented. So don't wait. Don't wait. The holiday season is coming up. There's a lot of things going on in December, as you have already probably heard. And so there will be a lot of foot traffic coming up in the next several months. So don't wait to get onboarded. Your car will be rented for sure. There's always people messaging us wondering when we're going to have more cars on the platform for renting purposes. So definitely get your things together. Check out our care zone, which is where you can find out pretty much all things vehicle. I haven't added the commercial insurance aspect as yet to the care zone, but I'll add that sometime this week. But everything else that you like to learn about vehicle, you can find it on carezone.veekle.com. Let me just check over on LinkedIn to see if there's any comments over here. Hi, Natrisha. Hi, Sophronia. Um, can a proof of address be added for locals? Um, you mean for locals renting cars, you're saying? Well, we have their licenses. I would assume for the most part that the address that is on the license is updated. Well, yes, so their credit, so they'll be paying by credit card. Hmm. And I would always suggest that listing your car, even though you have full control over the listing process, you always want to make sure that you're adding a security deposit to the listing. So in case of any minor incidentals, you can cover that. And for those who are joining late, you can watch the replay. We started talking about the commercial insurance car owners who had an interest in coming on board, but at the time we did not have that all figured out. But now we have figured that out. I will send out a communication on that. Again, if you would like to be added to that, please send us your email address at hello@veekle.com so that we can include you on that email. We'll set up a private session for you to go over the insurance, the commission, the daily rates that we think about we would charge for insurance to travelers, and so on and so forth. So while you might not see anything happening on the platform, there are things happening in the background. It's a lot of work to talk to the car owners and really getting them to update their information and get all the necessary things that are needed. In addition to tracking devices, you also have to have a valuation. So far, I would say, even though we said the valuation has to be within the last 3 months, I believe the insurance company is given a little leeway on that because we know that it comes with an expense. So if it's that you have a valuation that's a little bit older, we will look into that and take that into consideration. Yes, Hanika, the work never ends. Never ends. But we're optimistic. We know that Veekle will become the preferred platform for travelers to rent cars because, like myself, who used to travel and rent cars from locals, we want to rent cars that we like. We want to rent cars that we know about, and we want to rent it from locals because we want to support the local economy. Any other questions, guys? Hi, Carrie. Any other questions from the individuals who recently joined? This is your chance to ask me anything you'd like. You guys can actually hop over to the app, or you can hop over onto the web to get an idea of what the homepage looks like, how your listing will show up. You can click on one of the two cars that are there currently to see how the listing would show up, just to get an idea and feel for what's to come. a question here. If I'm already insured with ICII, can the policy just be transferred without going through paying the prorated premium? And yes, absolutely. The only thing that you'd need to do is to just switch brokers, and that's just a one sheet of paper that you just fill out, sign, and they take care of everything. So you would not have to, you wouldn't have to go through the process of doing any switching or any, you know, prorated premium or getting any refund or anything like that. What I would say, however, is that you should let them know that you want to come on the vehicle program and to see if there's any discounts that you would be entitled to, because there are discounts for being a part of the vehicle platform. So you still want to just make sure that you're not missing out on any discounts. So I would say definitely inquire about that. Another question says, how long in cases of payment recredit from clients does it take for those payments to be settled and credited to car owners' accounts? So car owners are not paid out until there is a handoff, right? 24 hours after a handoff. And so the way the process works and how the app works is when the car owner goes to meet the traveler, on the app, it will send them a notification to start the trip or start the rental period. So the car owner will go in and they will say pickup. They'll confirm the pickup, right? Once the car owner hits that confirm pickup, it will send that notification over to the traveler for them to also confirm that they've picked up the car. Once the traveler confirms that they've picked up the car, it will then ask the traveler to take pictures of the car. So the traveler will take, I believe it's 8 pictures around the car. You'll take those 8 pictures, and once those pictures have been uploaded to our system, that's the start of the rental period. So 24 hours after that, we will initiate payout to the car owners. And vice versa, upon return, the car owner will indicate that the car has been returned. It will send a message over to the traveler to also confirm that the car has been returned. And again, it will ask the traveler to take 8 pictures again. So hopefully I answered that question for you. Is that Michael? I see. How do I view my own listing? Not sure I am seeing it. So Michael, so when you go into, if you're using the app, so the app is like a twofold view. So there's the traveler view and then there is the car owner view. So if you go under profile, so I think it's the fifth option on the app. It's a profile. Once you click on profile, you see the option that says switch to owner. And you click on that switch to owner, and then it will bring you to the owner side where you can look at reservations. You can see your listings, you can see your calendar, and you can see your messages. So all of that you can manage in the app. But you can message me one away and I can walk you through that. You're welcome, Malcolm. My LinkedIn family are quiet. No questions on my personal page. Okay. Okay. All right. Nothing from LinkedIn. Nothing from Facebook or X. Okay. Is the Amber vehicle tracking one of the accepted tracking methods by the insurance? Yes, it is, Dennis. Gina, did I leave anything out? Gina's still there. Gina, did I leave out anything? No. Okay. Okay. King alarm. Yes, king alarm would be fine as well. The concern that the insurance company had stems around recovery of the vehicle in case of any incidents. That's I think that's probably the main reason they wanted to use a local company versus one of the online tracking devices. But again, I'm having those conversations with the insurance company because I do understand that it is an expense, um, but also know that we are offering up to $7,500 to obtain new tracking devices as a reimbursement. So also just keep that in mind as well. And the quicker you come on board, the quicker you'll start to build a reputation on our platform, build up trips, build up reviews, and when it's time for us to build out our super car rental members program, we're going to be looking to the individuals who have had lots of trips, great reviews, and promote those individuals. But most Jamaicans don't have the correct address on the licenses. That's why I recommend they prove address. Just yes, we'll definitely take that into consideration. Because it would be a case where we'd have to identify who is actually a local, because our platform personally doesn't store the licenses. It's a third party software company, so we check those platforms for the IDs. But I will definitely take into consideration having locals add their proof of address. Thank you very much. All right, so Gina says I did. Let me just make sure I did go for the entire list. Oh, one more thing I did want to reiterate is that for the first 3 months since we officially became operational, we're not charging car owners a commission. So commission will be 0% for the first 3 months, and then after that, it will revert back to the 10%. So for the first 3 months, you will earn 100% of the rental income, and after that, we will take a 10% cut. Again, if you are new to learning about Veekle, you can learn more about Veekle on our Care Zone. I just shared that link with you. And you can also email us hello@veekle.com if you have any questions or concerns that we can address for you. Hi, Alvin. Any questions, guys? Any other questions, Jermaine? Anyone on LinkedIn? Can I leave my car while I go on? That's expensive. All right. Another question just came in. Can I leave my car while I go on a 6-month long trip? Not right now, not as yet. We're not at that stage. However, if you have a custodian or someone that could potentially be left in charge of your vehicle, you can still list your vehicle on the platform. And when it's time for you to go away, you can just add that person as a custodian who would then transact with travelers who will be renting your car. But right now, we don't have a hub. That is a future development. But for now, we don't have a hub. But yes, you can add a custodian. You're welcome. All right, well, we won't keep you too long tonight. Since there are no other questions, we will wrap this up. And if you have joined late, again, you can rewatch the live. We'll share it on our page. And if you have any questions, like I mentioned, do reach out to us at hello@veekle.com. You can check out our carezone.veekle.com. You can also call us, and let me just get that number for you. So if you are in Jamaica, I'll share the Jamaica number for you. If you have any questions, you can give us a call. Another question. Let's see. I wasn't sure about it at first, but now that I've had a bit more clarity, I'll certainly be completing the process of switching the insurance policy. Thank you. You're welcome, Dennis. This is why we're having these monthly meetings, is to basically provide more clarity for people live on spot, because we know it's a new concept. It's new to Jamaica and the Caribbean, and we know there's a lot of education to go around. So happy that I was able to bring more clarity. So you can call us, you can email us, you can check out our care zone. You can also WhatsApp us. We have a lot of different ways for you to reach out to us. And all of this information is on the care zone. So you can find it there. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining the live. We will certainly do this again next month, and hopefully we'll have a lot more good news to share and some great updates to share as well. Thank you. Go ahead, Dennis. So if you're already insured with ICII, it depends on when the valuation was done, because the valuation not only gives the value of the car, but it also lets us know that the car is in good standard in terms of, operational aspects of that. So it really depends. Within the last 3 months, then you should be good. You should be good then. If you have that valuation report, we would just ask you to upload that into the portal. Under the insurance section, when you're listing your car, you'll see that. So just upload the valuation. So yes, that would be acceptable. But like I mentioned, I think I wasn't sure if it was you, but I mentioned before that you would need to switch brokers. But again, it's good that you're already with ICII. You're welcome. What's the minimum age of the vehicle to be on the platform? 10 years old, and then we give you a 3-year window of renting before it fully falls off. All right, so I ended the Instagram live already, so I'm gonna go ahead now and end the rest of the lives. But thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate it, and we look forward to another meeting next month, and hopefully we'll have some really good, exciting things to share with you. Good night.